Do what Arty Noobs with general disturbance. This is the SU-8. It's the Tier 6 Soviet SPG. This one's got 2 marks of excellence, and it belongs to Yarbas of OLIMP. And he's on the north spawn of Prokhorovka. It's a 152mm howitzer. It's capable of doing 550 alpha and 30mm to pen. I think it's 30. Game on! It's actually 38mm, slightly better. Okay, neither actually got produced, but they were considered. The SU-8 is basically built on the T-28 tank, but they'd stopped producing the T-28 before it was designed, so it never got put into production. There were a few T-28s, or quite a lot of T-28s, in action during the Winter War and the Continuation War, and during the actual Second World War itself, the Great Patriotic War. But they didn't last very long because they had very thin armor. Rounds out, looks good. Direct hit! Good shot, 177 from that one. Now it doesn't have much in the way of stun. 550 alpha, but only 6.5 to 11 seconds of stun. This guy looks like he's disconnected. He's dialing in again, because he never believed he's actually going to get the opportunity to strike him twice, but he does, and it's another 166. And although we can't see him, he might still be there. I think we've chanced our luck, so we're going to switch to the M6. Now it's a tier 6 tank in a tier 6 battle. The M6 of course has the 90mm, and of course it is the upgraded version of the T1 Heavy. Okay, lined up, and I go. Rounds out. Direct hit. I'm looking to see where that impact point was. I can't see exactly where it was, but there's a streak of yellow along the side of the vehicle, and I'm wondering if it actually hit the side of the vehicle. But he fires another one in. Ah, that one goes long. Probably because it went unspotted. We can see where the enemy Arty is. He's behind the bush in the center of the field. He just fired and gave away his position. He really should be changing position. The enemy Arty in this one, by the way, is a Hummel, but he's a little inexperienced, so that might be the reason why he didn't change spot. We're dialing in as we're looking, adjusting. He's coming forward. Lined up, and he stops and changes position. Rounds out. Well, he got some stun. You can see there's 2 tanks there because another one just knocked the tree over. And if that guy keeps maneuvering... Oh, it was a Skoda. Okay, well, we'll have him then. Go for it. Rounds out. Yep, 89 hit points. It kind of puts him on warning that there is an Arty in play who's actually focusing on them. And now they've been joined by an Easy 8. Lined up, rounds out. Bit too high there. Yep, I could see that he was going for the turret, but in fact the guy pulled back and he changed direction as he moved. And a good practiced tank player will actually change direction as they're pulling back to avoid being repetitive. And here comes again, and we're loaded, so give it a go. He's going to push forward. Go for it. Rounds out. Well, he got the rear of that one, 276, but it actually exploded on the ground just behind him. But 276 is still very, very good. The Type 58 up here is also being a little cheeky. Is he going to go down the side of the cliff? He might if he's not careful. Rounds out. That's going to go, oh, right on the money! And he changed course immediately after he pulled out of there. So I think he was probably badly hurt. And yeah. Okay, the M6 again being predictable. This is the fastest reloading Arty at tier 6 other than the FD304. Of course, it's a heavier hitter. 550 alpha is better than 450. And that T52's worrying that M6. He's adjusted, lined up, and the guy pulls forward. Go for it. Rounds out. Well, he stunned him, and again, I just saw a tracer coming from the bottom of the map. He's moved closer to the cap, the Hummel. I think that T-52 might even spot him soon. And he's gone. Yep, I think the T-52's headed south to find the enemy Arty. He's found him. He was in those bushes near the cap area. We're going to go for the Type 58 instead, because he's trying to shoot at the T-52. And that's a lovely strike, that 263. There's the Hummel. Oh, he got badly hurt. And the Type 58 actually did go down, but we lost our T-52 to the Nashorn. Rounds out. Say goodnight, Hummel.
They're knocked out.
And that's the first kill of the game for Yarbas. He's been racking up the damage though. He's over 1,000 hit points of damage already. The Type 58 is going to be, Type 64 is going to be a little more difficult to actually take out. He's firing, guessing where the line might be. He assumed that he carried on. I would have gone straight to those bushes. You sometimes have to think like a tank player. What would a tank player do under those circumstances? And he probably stopped near the bushes so he could see what's going on next. We can see the Type has lost some hit points, so maybe he was near that shell explosion. Okay, but he's using the bowl. He's doing a bit of scouting. Rounds out. Close, and he fell flat. 112. And he got taken out by the Jackson on the sniper's position. But look at this Cromwell. He's actually near our Jackson. And I think, yeah, the Jacksons are gone. So we're now leading the target. Looks good. Lovely shot right on the engine deck. But now we're in trouble. And it looks like our teammates are over the other side of the battlefield, over the railway line. And we do need to pull back. If that Cromwell comes in our direction, we will be getting some notice of where he is. We're right at the back of the map now. The enemy Arty's not in play anymore, so we don't have to worry about him. But we do have to worry about somebody spotting that Cromwell for us. We've got the IKV, we've got the T-3485. They should be able to spot him as he's getting close to us. But from here, it's going to be a difficult shot to get it on target. Mainly down to the fact we're actually in a depression in the ground and we're shooting up over the ridgeline. And when the enemy gets closer to you, it's much more difficult to get that shell to loop over the ridgeline onto the target. This is probably one of the few moments where it actually is beneficial to back up against an embankment, which will actually increase your height and make you visible to the enemy, but give you a chance to shoot back at him. I had the feeling Yarbas has decided, no, I'm going to stay in cover and wait for the enemy to reveal themselves. We're one up on them. There's only 4 on the enemy team, but that Cromwell is a constant worry for us, because if he knows we're here, he might come after us.
Your assistance has been requested.
Well, we've been requested to platoon with the T-3485,
Platoon created.
and you might as well. I mean, it's not impossible for you to both get 3 kills, but you would have to kill all the remaining tanks. And here comes the Cromwell. He decided to be cheeky and pull back. There he is. It's possible he could still do it. Very close. We've also got an 88. Suddenly appeared at the top of the map in grid square A2. But he's actually in a defensive position there at the moment. And we've been spotted. The Cromwell saw us, but they can't hit us. There's no way they can get at us over the ridgeline unless they get closer. Nice shot. That took out virtually all of his hit points. And we can see the M4A1 FL10 is moving closer. He's going up the tree line on the west side of the map, but they haven't left anyone other than their T-52 to defend their cap. And he's just gone and been taken out by our M4A1 FL10, which means now we can get this guy with a one-shot. Lovely. He knew it was a splash kill. He only had to land the shell fairly close, and he did so. And he's got another kill. Yeah, sometimes it is a good idea to platoon with someone, even if you know you can't actually get the Brothers in Arms medal, just because they may be on a mission and they need somebody to give them a few points to actually complete that mission. Okay, M4A1 lined up and rounds out. Well, we've got some splash off him, and it's our platoon mate who's going in for the kill. Can he get that one? Well, we're aiming at the 88 whilst the battle's going on, and the kill shot does go to the T-3485, whilst Yarbaz does get a hit on the 88. He's far enough away that we can get a hit. But he's actually decided to go in the cap area. I'm wondering if he's going to come over this way and try and kill us. If the cap stops for any reason, then we know who he is. And he has stopped the cap. So I think he wants to come over and say hello. Well, this is where it gets difficult. Hello, mister. You have to come out of aim view. Yep, he's coming in. Oh, we hit the ridge line. I did say that's a problem. And we have taken a round. We're going to probably take another one. Yeah. But now we're behind him. And, well, he's going to do a shot. Oh, he got ram killed. Oh, dear. Well, he is the last enemy. And it should make it easier. And our teammate, our platoon mate, gets the kill that finishes the game. I get the feeling that Yarbaz was deliberately trying to make that funny at the end. Unfortunately, yeah, he did the thing that I said you can't really do. When an enemy gets close to you and you've got a ridge line which is very high above you, then firing the shell more than likely will make you hit the ridge line, not the target. So you have to wait for the enemy to get really close before you can get a shot direct on target. Normally then you should auto aim onto the target to actually make sure the shell goes in the right direction. Unfortunately, he did get hit by that 88, and he got hit twice while he was alongside the guy. And when he got behind him, the 88 decided, oh, I'll just ram him. The funny thing is that 06 Walster's been doing that just recently and driving up behind enemy tanks and seeing if they're alert to who's actually behind them. And they back up into the blitz tracker and they kill themselves with their ram directly onto the blitz tracker, which is actually very funny. Anyway, that was an ace tanker game for Yarbaz of OLIMP in the SU-8. He managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 14. He also got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by our teammates. And just look at the sheer number he hit there. Even getting 2 kills, it's still a very high score. His win 8 was 4,176, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he got the highest damage in the game there, but not 20% of the enemy hit pool. He got 2,275 hit points of damage out of the game. The second highest damage turns out to be the T-3485 on his own team and the Cromwell on the enemy team. They both got exactly the same number of hit points. And in third place, I suppose you could say, it was the M4A1 FL10 who got 1,123. Our platoon mate, who was actually the T-3485. So he's actually, we got top, he got second on damage. When it came to kills, though, we can see that it was actually our platoon mate who did well. He got 3 kills, so did the M4A1 FL10 and the Jackson. And then in joint second place, we've got Yarbaz, and then the Cheat 2 on his team, the Cromwell, the M4A1 FL10, the Type 64, and that 88. When it came to base XP, it's Yarbaz. Yes, he did a lot of damage in that game. Set the enemy up. 1,035 base XP. The next highest was 952 for his platoon mate. And in third place, the M4A1 FL10 was 796. He fired 23 rounds in that game. Now, the thing about this, Arty, is you don't get a whole lot of ammunition. So you can run out. It is possible to run out. This one only carries 26 rounds, so he had 3 rounds left at the end of the game. 9 direct hits on the enemy, none of them penetrated though, but he did get 19 splashes. 2,275 hit points, of which 2,203 broke more than 300 meters. So there was a small amount of damage at fairly close range. I think that might have been the Cromwell when he took him out with a splash kill. 2 hits received, both penetrations, both came from the 88. 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 were kills. That's an 8 difference, which is very good. And 192 of damage assist and 898 stun assist off 16 stuns. On a premium count, he actually earned 7,222 credits from the game, and he also took away 1,552 experience points. So that was a very good game, actually. He didn't move very far from his, spawn point. He was actually just sitting in those bushes for most of the game. I get the feeling that the enemy Hummel wasn't that wasn't that good at arty play, because obviously he sat there in the same bushes, and he didn't move very far either, which made it very easy to take him out once he was revealed. Yes, he sat there, but he even though Yarbas stayed in relatively the same line of bushes, he wasn't getting counter-batteried at all. So yes, maybe I didn't see if the Hummel actually did have the stock gun or the top gun, but I suspect it was the stock, in which case then he probably couldn't reach Yarbas anyway. Even so, not moving about actually does make you vulnerable. In the end, he did get discovered by the Cromwell, and then the Cromwell decided, I'm not going to take him out. I'm just going to scout out the last few remaining enemy on the, by that point they were well down, but he was just going to scout him out and then hope that one of his teammates could get you. He looked like he was coming in at the last moment, but Yarbas had that well in hand and just needed to land a shell near him to take him out. Hope you enjoyed that one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.